Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. To Dr. Wan Muhammad Nazrul bin Wan Muhammad Nasir. We are from Group 9. Would like to present our report. This is our group members: Nur Fatin Izzati binti Muhammad, Nur Nabila binti Zulkifli, Siti Airin Nurain binti Sulaiman, Nur Syatira binti Muhammad Sayuti, Nur Syuhada binti Muhammad Saleh, and Mary Ann Silviana Jami. Firstly, Max Weber. Max Weber was born in 1864 in Germany and grew up when government industry culture were transformed by industrialization. Weber wanted to know why in some countries and not in others industrial capitalism was efficient. In today's content, Weber showed that bureaucracy would contribute to the highest degree of productivity, rationality, and happiness for the worker. For example, the pyramid organizational structure is based on principle bureaucracy, with authority divided into branches, departments, and teams. Almost big companies use it. The advantages of Max Weber theory are: first, specialization and expertise; second, skill-based recruitment. Disadvantages of Max Weber theory are: first, one-way communication; second, wastage of time, efforts, and money. Next, Henry Fayol. Henry Fayol was born in Turkey in 1841. He accounted several of the same of organizational innovation in Europe that fascinated Weber, even though he was older than Weber. In today's content, he distilled his ideas and experience into a series of tasks and principles of management, which he published in the book General and Industrial Management in 1916. For example, the four management roles in Henry Fayol theory, namely planning, that known as foresight; organization; leadership, that known as command and coordination; and control. The advantages of Henry Fayol theory is give much of the basic terminology and concept, and the disadvantages of Henry Fayol theory is absence of attention to issues such as individual versus general. In conclusion, Max Weber and Henry Fayol are good administrators on their own way. They give base to a modern administration. Now, let's move to Abraham Maslow.
Abraham Maslow was an American psychologist best known for making psychological head theories based on meeting the needs of natural human beings. Abraham Maslow influencing management according to Maslow hierarchical theory. Maslow's management theory is illustrated by a pyramid. This theory divided horizontally into 5 sections, each one representing one of the basic human needs. These needs are the needs of psychology, security, love, self-esteem, and the need for self-perfection. This is Maslow's hierarchical theory. In the lowest and first part of the basic needs, there are psychological needs and safety needs. The first level of human needs, namely psychology, is the most basic human need to live. For the second level is safety needs, is that all humans need safety. Security means that individuals will try to ensure the continuation of their life. The third level of human needs is belongingness and love needs. That is, human needs to establish relationships with other human beings. The fourth level of psychological need is esteem need, where in this stage an individual may already have a strong job and status. At the top and the last level is self-fulfillment need, that is in it there is self-actualization, which is the fifth level. The next slide is advantages and disadvantages. Advantage. The first one is this theory offers a useful overview of human needs that can be used in product design, product placement, pricing, and design for retail outlets. The second one is it also allows advertisers to concentrate their promotional appeals on particular criteria expressed by a wide segment of their target market. Disadvantages. The first one is the biggest problem with the hierarchy of needs theory of Maslow is that it cannot be evaluated empirically before the next higher need becomes operational. There is no way to calculate exactly how fulfilled one level of need must be. The second one is the pattern is too simplistic. The same item or service can fulfill multiple needs at once. Conclusion. To conclude, not only for an individual but for everyone, this hierarchical theory is very important to society. A person who is not sick doesn't mean he is well, according to Maslow, because health is seen not only physically but also mentally. Therefore, human beings have liberty. The freedom they have will decide the ideal human being, and the essence of life can be attained. Similarly, supervisors and workers will need to retain conduct, personality, and motivation in management to accomplish goals. According to Abraham Maslow, achieving the needs for self-esteem would also enable individuals to feel self-esteem, capacity, useful, and can support the community.
Thank you for watching.